The Problem of Evil and Fallacy of Stolen Concept, a short treatise. In philosophy, gods and evils coexistence is a problem discussed frequently. I believe there are two basic reasons why God lets evil exist in the world. One of them is free will, and the other is that we are in this world to be tried, both of which are interrelated. Giving people free will is very valuable, but it has a price. Having free will means that one is free to choose either good or evil. Although people have the potential of choosing the evil, they can also choose the good. That is what makes good valuable. For example, you may not help the poor, but you have the potential of helping the poor. Occasionally, you may have the power to be rich by stealing other people's possessions, but by choosing not to do so, you have chosen good instead of evil. Although you have the opportunity to do evil, not choosing it, I mean choosing the good with your free will, makes your deeds valuable. Therefore, the existence of free will is very important explanation in terms of the question why evil exists, because it makes the good more valuable. Secondly, I want to emphasize that we are sent to this world to be tried. A lot of people ask, why does God try us? But on the other hand, when you ask them, then explain why we are in this world, no one can provide a better explanation than we are here to be tried. It is important to note that some try to prove non-existence of God with reference to the problem of evil. However, we can prove the existence of God with independent arguments. For example, in my book, 12 Arguments for the Existence of God with Kalam Cosmological Argument, argument from the potentiality of the universe, argument from the discoverability of the universe, fine-tuning argument, argument from consciousness, moral argument, all of which I have put forward foundations for belief in God. In other words, we are able to prove the existence of God without dealing with this problem directly. And after the foundations for belief in God is set, we understand that there is no better explanation than our life in this world being nothing but a trial. And in a world of trial, all sufferings and troubles which are described as evil are the tools to contribute to the spiritual development of human beings and are in fact blessings in this respect. Now, let us look at the life in this world in terms of the paradigm revealed by Islam, when compared with an eternal life promised in hereafter. Life in this world, which would be 100 years max, is like a dot. So, from the perspective of the paradigm of Islam, all the evils and sorrows within this single and short time are quite insignificant and worthless. But those who do not believe in the existence of hereafter exaggerate evils lived and witnessed in this world because they evaluate their lives with this limited lifespan they have in this world. But in the paradigm presented by Islam, life in this world is very short when compared to the eternal life of hereafter. So, evil turns into something very insignificant with this paradigm. On the other hand, what is more important is, according to the paradigm presented by Islam, we are in this world to serve God, to be worthy servants for God, not to enjoy every moment of this life. Even though in Islam there is nothing wrong in enjoying life, it is not the main reason for our existence. In addition, one of the most important claims of monotheistic religions is that after death we will either be rewarded in heaven or punished in hell. Hell is associated with distress and pain. The existence of evil in this world allows us to see that hell is not a bluff, because we are experiencing distress and pain in this world through the existence of the evils in the world. But this shows us how serious the threat of hell is in the hereafter. If God created a world with pain here, why not to create a world with pain in hereafter too? The concept of evil or good or bad is meaningful only if God exists, although most of the users of these concepts are not aware of this fact. These concepts can have foundations only by existence of God. I know this issue is complicated for many. I mean this. When we say something is evil or bad, no matter what a person or a society tells about it, we still think that it is evil. So, the concepts evil or bad or good transcends persons and societies. For example, in India, many women are used to be burned after the death of their husbands. Today, we all call it evil or bad. But if morality, saying something is evil or bad, depends only on society, then we cannot say that this act of burning women was evil. Many people adopted it in their society. Individuals of that society accepted it. We say it is evil no matter what this society and those people think. Or let us think that a tribe has tortured children. Whatever this tribe thinks about it, we think that it is bad even if they think it is good. In short, when we say something is bad and evil, we think there is something that transcends society and individuals. But when we deny the existence of God, then there is nothing that transcends the society and individuals. There is not any legitimate authority who transcends society and individuals and can impose moral laws. Famous atheists such as Nietzsche and Sartre have noticed this. They accept and acknowledge that when God is denied, good and evil can no longer be justified. In short, we cannot claim that something is evil when God's existence is denied. People cook and eat chickens and also cook and eat fish. On what earthly criterion can you say that cooking a woman is bad? Chicken and fish also consist of biological structures such as DNA, RNA, and mitochondria. That is, you cannot show what makes chicken and fish different from human beings when you deny moral law of God. But when there is a legitimate authority that transcends society and the individuals and imposes the concepts of good and evil, then moral laws have their foundations. When you deny the existence of God, you cannot even have a logical basis to say that something is bad, and you cannot defend the problem of evil. You cannot claim that there is no God based on evil. When you do this, you have committed the fallacy of stolen concept, as I said. You cannot deny existence of God with a concept which is only valid if God exists.